Hi there, welcome back to Think Tank Online Learning. So if you're new to this channel, just check the description. I've covered all topics that you need to draw in your engineering drawing course. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to master orthographic projection. Okay, so I want to draw the left view and the front view and the top view. And we're going to draw them in first angle orthographic projection, meaning the plan is going to be below the front view and the left view is going to be on the right side. Okay, so I'm going to choose among these three views which one is easy to draw. Okay, so in cases like this, I'll start with the top view. So on top view, we're going to see this plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4, and plane 5. That's only what we're going to see. Okay, and when you're on top, we're going to see this one and this one will be on the same level, right? So that means we're going to see the width and the length only. We're not going to be concerned with the height. Okay, so what we're going to do, just take your t-square and try to divide it by half. But since, as you can see, it's a bit long here, so I'm going to divide it more than half on the part, right, like this. And since I'm going to draw the left view, and the left view is going to be on the right side, so that means I'm going to come to this side, right, to take my measurements. So the width is 50 plus 30, that's going to give us 80, and then the length is, what do we have here? We have 30 right here, we have 70 from here to here plus 40, right, that is going to give us 140. So come from this point to where 140 is, right? So 140 is right here. That's where 140 is, right? And right here, want to come where 80 is. Okay, so this is 80, right? So I'm going to take my t-square, right? And make sure t-square is tight. And I'm going to project it upwards, right? That's what we're going to do. Since I'm going to need it later for the front view. So from here, I'm going to measure 15 from each end, right? So 15 right here. Come to this end, we're going to measure 15, right? And I'm going to project these lines upwards, right? That's what we're going to do. Make sure t-square is very tight. Project it upwards. Come to this line again. They're going to do the same, right? And now what we're going to do, we're going to measure from here to here. As you can see, it's 30. And also going to need 70 and 40 from this side, right? So we're going to come from here to here, it's 30. And we're going to measure 30 again, right? And from this end, we're going to measure 40, right? But this is the radius of this. So come to this point, 40, and this is 60 from the top, and this is 30 from the top. And the other thing that we're going to need the center of this line. So since it's 25, 50, we're going to need 25, right? And you're going to need a center point right here, and just construct it upwards, right? And now what we're going to do, we're going to need a circle. So come to this center point and just touch any corner right here, a semicircle right here, like this. Okay, and now take out your outline pencil and let's draw. Since it's 1 and 2 and the 3 are going to be on the same level, so just going to come right here, outline this, okay, and I'm going to do this, okay, come right here, come to this point, okay, like this. And now, as you can see, all done with the diagram, right? Okay, and now we're going to move to the front view. Remember, we have all the lines that we need right here. Okay, so we're going to leave a reasonable distance from this point up to here. I would recommend a distance of 20, right? 20 millimeter. So we're going to draw this line from this point up to this. We're going to need that one for the left hand view, right? Okay, so we're going to need the height on the front view. We're going to see plane number 6, plane number 7, and plane number 8, right? This H and 7 and 6. So we're going to need the height and the width. So the width, we have it. What is going to be the height? So the total height is 80. So 80 is from this point up to here. Okay, and we're going to project it horizontally because we're going to need it right here. Okay, and now what else? So here's the distance from here to here is 20. Okay, so let's measure 20 from this line, the reference line, 20, another 20, right? Let's measure another 20. Then from here to here, that should give us 40, right? And it's 40, right? So we're going to need it right here. We're going to need it right here. Okay, and lucky enough, we've done all the work. Now it's time to outline. So when you look at right here, you're going to see this curve. You're going to see it as a block, right? So if you take your outline pencil and start drawing plane number 6, right? This is number 6. Okay, so this is going to be plane number 6. Okay, and I'm going to project these lines upwards up to the end point, right? And I'm going to see plane number 7, right? So this is plane number 7. Okay, plane number 7 is right here. Okay, right? And the other thing that we didn't do, some of you may have noticed it, is to measure 20 from the top, right? From here to here, we didn't measure 20. I'm going to need 20 right here. Take your T-square, and I'm going to project it right here. Okay, now taking our outline pencil, right? We're going to need these two lines, right? And from here, okay, and come to this corner, right? We're going to project it up to this line, right? As you can see, come to this point, project it up to this line, right? Come to this corner and project it up to this line, and I'm going to come to right here, the center line of a semicircle, and project it up to this corner, and come right here. Okay, so come to this corner, right? So this is the corner that we're talking about, and project it up to here. Once you're done right there, it's time to project these lines. Okay, only do this so that you won't measure again, right? If you want to measure the distance, it's still good, but that will be a long process. Because since I'm done with this, as you can see, I have all measurement that I need. I'm not going to measure anything, right? Okay, so from here, take outline pencil. What are we going to see? Okay, so let's name the plane with plane number 8. So I'm going to see plane number 9. As you can see, this is going to be plane number 9, and I'm going to see plane number 10 only, right? So this one's going to be L. We're not going to see yes circular. It's going to be a block, right? So taking outline pencil, okay. So we're going to see this out to this end, right? And they have a height of 20 right here, height of 20, okay, up to this, right, this line right here, okay. And this is plane, Okay, so I'm going to see it up to this plane. All right, where there's 30, right, from here to here, right? Okay, then now let's go to plane number 10, right? So this is plane number 10, from this point up to this point, right? That is plane number 10. But you have a line here which you are not going to see. It's going to be hidden detail, right? So it's going to be stroke, 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 dash line. And there's something about dash line. The first should start the line and the end should start the line, right? They should not touch the line. So that's all we have. Okay.